Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Up Supercast Game Club. It is me, your host. My name is Brandon, and today I am joined by my other Game Club members. I've got with me Noah.
Hello.
Ills.
Everybody.
And thank you for that. And he's back, Saf.
Follow me.
I'm glad you guys followed up on that.
Good job. Nice references there. I didn't even have to make them. You guys made them for me. I appreciate it. It makes my job easier. No Will this week, so he's gone. But we kept the streak alive. I just want to say that right off at the beginning. We have a little streak going of how many games we can beat in a row. Ills, what are we at? You know?
I want to say 12.
Okay.
I hate to break it to you, but I didn't actually beat this game.
No.
There you go.
This
You serious?
Shit is broken.
No.
You're done.
Okay.
Yep. This game beat me. This game beat me.
Oh no, the streak is dead. Well,
Streak is a... Yeah, no, it was bad timing. The life shit happened, so...
okay. Well, there you have it. I lied to you right at the beginning of the podcast. Starting off with white lies. I thought he beat the game, but he didn't. He lied to us. Well, I lied
no
to you.
such thing.
To be
I
fair,
was honest from the start.
Saf was always the weakest link.
Okay. Well, anyway, we did play a video game though. And that video game is Oddworld, New and Tasty, Abe's Oddysee, aka New and Tasty, Oddworld, Abe's Oddysee,
What?
aka Oddworld, New and Tasty. The game has a lot of different subtitles, and it doesn't know what order it wants to go in. But usually, I think it's called New and Tasty, Oddworld, Abe's Oddysee.
That's correct.
But it is a remake of the original Oddworld, Abe's Oddysee game that came out way back in the 90s or some shit. I don't remember, because that's not the game we played. We played the remake. So, this game came out in 2014 on the PS4, and then was subsequently released on a bunch of other platforms. Pretty much every platform known to man, except for the Switch. It's not on the Switch, but maybe it's coming out, I think. Right? Noah, you would know.
I don't think so.
No, maybe
It
not.
came out on the Wii U.
It was out on the Wii U. It came out on iOS, Android, Vita, PS3, even Xbox One, PC. It's on Steam. It's on everything you can play it on almost, except for the Switch. But this game was developed by Just Add Water and published by Oddworld Inhabitants. So they assumedly only make Oddworld games, if I had to guess.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
they do.
But this was big. I think this was a ground-up remake.
Oh, no, yeah, they did everything from scratch.
Yeah.
Like, from the ground up.
Yeah, so
They pretty much followed, like, the story and pretty much all the levels, the level design, all the areas, everything from, like, from the original. They added a few tweaks here and there, like they added the quick save, like the save state. That wasn't in the original, which was a very nice addition.
But that was in subsequent sequels, right? Like
That was in the
Montes
second
Odyssey,
game, correct?
right?
In Exodus.
Oh, Exodus.
Okay, so it's basically the same, though. Is what you're telling me, Noah? I know
Yes.
you played the original. Okay, so it's just almost like they built it from the ground up, but in HD, makes it look real nice for today's standards in comparison to just having an old game.
Yeah,
So
and you could.
they stayed faithful.
Yeah, you could tell that it's like completely built like brand new because nothing looks old. Everything looks vibrant. Like all the environments look really good.
Yes. So
Like-
yeah, it's not just a simple kind of like HD polish, that like some people do with like some games, but this is a complete remake.
Yeah, and it's like in the original, you had like going from screen to screen. Like it wouldn't be like a smooth transition, like one long area where you go through like the platforming. Like there was like a screen's worth of platforming, like a area. So like every time you reach the end of the screen, it would transition to another screen. Think of it like the original Zelda kind of
Yeah,
way,
like that
but like
kind of
much
screen shift.
faster.
Right, yeah.
Moves over.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
I do want to say, Noah, you picked this game. And I want to ask you, though, like I always ask everybody, why did you pick this game?
Because I had originally got this like almost when it came out, the remake itself, and I was really looking forward to playing it, but life got in the way, so I wasn't able to finish it. So Game Club was a good opportunity to go back and finish it and play it again, and also to share it with you guys, so you guys can see one of the hidden gems that I've loved as a kid and still love to this day.
Well, Game Club is the best time to pick a game that you're trying to get off your list.
Bless the
for
Game
sure.
Club. Bless the Game Club.
Bless the Game Club. I
Club.
agree, even if the streak is dead. And
Fucking sad.
Will can rest easy, and so
Damn the Saf.
But just for the record, I will not rest easy. I am the host. I have to do my best to beat all these games.
I can never rest.
Also, yeah, I was gonna say, Ills will not rest either. I know he will not. Yes, man has no rest. But so we played Oddworld, and I kind of want to get just kind of brief go over the story of this game. 'Cause it does have a story to tell. You play as the title character Abe. He is a correct me if I'm wrong if I pronounce this wrong. Mudokan. Okay.
Yeah.
Mudokan. Okay. So Mudokan named Abe. They're like a kind of this game does not take place on Earth. It's like an alien planet. So you know they kind of look like weird like alien type humanoid kind of things.
Yeah, and he's like a native to that planet.
Yeah,
basically,
he's native to that planet.
The indigenous.
So he's just your everyday man, right? He's a janitor at a meat factory.
Rupture Farms.
It's called Rupture Farms. And they're a meat factory. They kill all sorts of different animals on the planet, and they turn them into like treats, kind of like whatever,
like pies and stuff.
Pies and stuff.
Paramite pies, scrab cakes.
Yeah, scrab cakes. And, you know, Abe is just cleaning the place up. He's got his little floor buffer thing going down, doing his job. Walks by, they're having a, like, board meeting, right? And what are the names of the guys?
Gluckins. Those are the big heads of the company.
What are they called?
Gluckins.
Gluckins? Okay.
I never knew that.
Yeah, me neither. But so these guys, the Gluckins, they're having a board meeting. I guess sales are dipping, and they need a new idea to increase their sales and profits. And the Mudokans are slaves, and they enslave these dudes and make them work for them. And they say, hey, you know what? We need something new. Let's kill them and make some what are they, Mudokan Pops?
Mudokan Pops, yeah.
Mudokan
like
Pops.
basically ice cream pops out of Mudokans.
Yeah, out of their heads. And this is something interesting that I wanted to mention that I noticed looking into this game. They actually changed. I saw the original PS1 version for when they show the cutscene of the Pops. It's literally one of their heads just on a stick. Like a severed head on a stick.
Yeah.
It was definitely changed to look like one of those ice cream pops you'd get, like the Sonic the Hedgehog or like Spider-Man pops.
Yeah.
Kind of look like them. So,
yeah, I think they changed it for Japan. I think it was like deemed too violent for Japan. I think.
Yes, they originally changed it in the original for Japan, and they kept that change over in the American, all of the subsequent re-release of it.
And they also made his hand from like 4 fingers to 3 fingers or something like that.
Yeah, which is also interesting because in Japan, it's noted that if you have 4 fingers, then you're kind of like, oh, you work at a meat factory, so you're poor, and
so it's like
I guess it's like a stereotype that if you have 4 fingers, you're a poor person who works at a meat factory and you lost one of your fingers.
The original, which is a pretty cool reference, that I never knew about that. But yeah, in the original they had 4 fingers normally, and in this one they had 3.
Yeah, they've changed it to 3 now. It's just the standard.
Fucking Japan.
It's really interesting.
They're so triggered.
That's a censorship. It's cool to see.
How do you like it, Japan, huh?
Well, Japan's a lot more. Their censorship towards violence is a lot different than ours. Whereas we see a boob and we're like, hell no, cover that shit. Japan is like, if they see violence, we're like, oh, you can have all the violence you want. But Japan's like, okay, you can't be severing people's heads and stuff. Like, it's weird because they're the exact opposite of us.
Just compromising. and sever
censorship
boobs.
should be nothing at all. We're not getting into that though because
You already kind of got into that. I don't know how much more.
well, we got into why they censor. We're not going to get into the debate about whether they should or not. I'm just going to say no.
All right.
That's all I'm getting into that. So yeah, basically you're Abe who's going off. Now you've seen that they're going to kill you and everybody else. You're like, oh hell no, I got to do something about this. So I got to escape, and along the way, you got to escape the farms. You got to become powerful enough to go back, save everybody, and kill the bad guys. Right? That's the story.
Yeah.
Shut down the Rupture Farms factory.
Shut down
the farm.
Yeah. So it's cool. The story's cool. I like it's simple, and it also like kind of tells like a good story about like the negative effects of like capitalism, kind of.
Yeah, like industrial versus natural world.
Yeah. You know,
it's basically they're like preying on like all the natural creatures in the environment to make products and become rich and be greedy.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then
because like the other creatures, like you mentioned, the scrabs and the paramites, which are also native to the planet that Abe is from.
Yeah.
They also been like getting the diminishing numbers. That's one of the reasons why they're like not producing as many products from them, because they're basically going almost extinct at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically draining the land for money.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that it's trying to tell a good message, and I also like Abe himself, that he is not your typical star of a game, right? He's not your typical hero.
He's super endearing. Like every time you look at him, he's just like so funny, and like he's kind of cute. Like he's like a cute, jovial kind of dude.
Yeah. He's like clumsy. He has this slouch to him. You know, he's not your like. I love the fact that he's not a typical hero. I think that's super cool, and you can't help but to like Abe.
And then he becomes Alien Moses, basically.
Yeah, basically, after you escape the farm, you encounter another Mudakin that is also like a shaman. Shaman. Anyway, has magical powers like a priest of the native land, and he bestows upon you, after clearing some certain trials, you are able to get certain powers of the native creatures, the scrabs and the paramites. So you're able to transform and wreck shit up.
Yeah.
It's super
But only
cool.
if you save to reactivate the power after you first get it. You have to save more of your friends. But so I kind of we talked about the story, which is good. We even touched the graphics. It looks nice. The game looks nice. The setting.
Oh yeah, it looks beautiful. Like that's like the biggest, obviously, like the biggest thing about the difference between the remake and the original is like the visuals. Like they brought out a lot. Like the original did a really good job with like character animations, things like that, and the environments were like pre-rendered backgrounds, so it always looked nice. But this like gave breath to the whole world, like even more.
Right. There's a lot of movement going around in all the backgrounds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of detail put in. So I like all that.
It is quite a beautiful place to look at and just explore as well.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark and dreary, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah, thematically, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like it's weird because everything in the game almost it has like this horror element to it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
a very
really
dark game if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. You know, I think a kid looking at it might be like a little turned off because it is kind of creepy, all the characters' designs. But I really like them a lot. Like the character designs are very cool.
Well, that's
Scrab is my favorite character.
Well, that's why like
creature.
The lightness of Abe's personality kind of like leads you through that dark way,
right?
And then you reconnect with like his native, natural powers, and then you wreck shit.
Yeah,
basically.
And it feels good because you're like, oh well, these guys are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna kill us all. They've already enslaved us. Now they're just like, oh fuck it, let's turn them into food.
And basically, all the enemies, all the sligs, basically, all they want to do is kill people and hurt people. That's all they say.
The sligs are weird. Like, again, I love the design. They're like calamari squids with mechanical legs, like robot legs.
Right.
and they're given like shotgun machine guns. I don't know why they're designed like look like a shotgun, but they're machine guns and they're powerful as fuck. They can kill you in a couple of shots, or if you're playing on hard mode, one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can also, with the chance, you take control of them, which is fun to do, and which is also fun to kill them. Because
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you're like,
That's-
fuck these assholes.
Oh
That's
yeah,
one of
like
my
the main.
favorite
We forgot to
mechanics.
mention the main mechanic of Abe is he's able to chant. If you chant for a while, you can possess the sligs, like the bad guys,
Yeah.
and then
Or
you
you-
can control them yourself and go around and shoot other sligs and like activate levers and things like that. And then you can just make them explode when you're done with them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's
the thing
like-
is...
That's
Oh,
like
go
one
ahead.
of my favorite mechanics. I just wanted to say.
Yeah,
That was
I
that was
agree.
like the best part. Whenever I was able to do that, I was like, "Yo, I'm having fun."
Yeah, and, well, the game itself, talking about the gameplay, it's a puzzle platformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's a platforming game just with puzzle elements that you have to basically each area you kind of have to solve. How do I get through this area to proceed?
Right.
Whether it's using Abe's abilities of him doing the chants or just normal platforming skills, and there's a couple items and stuff you get along the way. It's
Mostly,
weird
like-
'cause-
You can run, you can sneak, you can roll, you can jump and climb. There's a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah. And this, the game is weird because that it's listed on. I don't know why Wikipedia listed it as a cinematic platformer. Like, what the fuck is that? This is
I think
this is a puzzle platformer through and through.
Yeah.
I think it's just that like it's kind of heavily scripted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's not a lot of
maybe.
ways to get through the puzzles. You just kind of have to get through them the way the game wants you to do
The
it.
way the game wants you to
It's
do
not
it.
like
Yeah,
most puzzle
that's
platformers
true.
though. Like
Well,
yes,
yeah. Well,
but
yes and no. I feel like there's some puzzle platformers that you can get through things multiple ways. I guess one that comes to mind kind of is like Unraveled. I don't know if you ever played it, but I feel like Unraveled sometimes has multiple ways to get through a situation.
Sometimes, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
that's a cinematic one too, because it's telling a story as you're going through it, like. So, like, I would consider that a cinematic experience
The
or
like
platformer.
the game that always came to mind while I was playing this game was Limbo. Like I would constantly think of Limbo when I was playing this game.
Limbo, yeah, I can see that where it's dark, and Limbo's also a puzzle platformer. It's more like a physics. Limbo's more of a physics-based puzzle platformer.
Yeah,
This one doesn't have a lot to do with physics most of the
but I
time.
mean
just-
it's mostly like slow and it's a platformer, but you have to like think about your every action. You're gonna do a lot of trial and error. You're gonna die a lot.
trial and error is the two words I think of when I think of Abe's Oddysee.
So
Those are
much,
the-
yes.
Those are the two words that pop into my head if I had to describe this game: trial and error.
Yeah, and that's why the quick save / save state is such a godsend in this game.
yeah, I love that so much. I use that a lot.
I agree, but I didn't use it very much because I felt like it would make it too simple if I just save stated, if I abused it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. But they are
So-
frequent checkpoints too, so.
Well, I guess they made them more frequent in the remake.
Oh no, yeah,
I read.
definitely. Like the original didn't even have save states, and the checkpoints were like screens apart. Like
Ugh.
it was tough.
I would not. I would be really pissed because there's even times in this game where I got kind of pissed.
Oh my god, I got pissed so many times in this fucking game. You don't
Yeah.
With
understand.
abusing save states, which I did.
It was
because I
like no, there was only like 2 sequences where I really needed save states, and it was I don't know if you remember the Free Fire zone, where those 4 bombs were circling.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that part?
Yeah.
It's such a pain in the ass. And then at the beginning of the boardroom with those fast buzzsaws coming down, I couldn't
Yeah.
get past them. I was like, what the fuck is going on? How do they expect me to do this?
Yeah, I thought the first time I did it, I was like, wait, is there a way to slow these down? Like usually there is.
I think there is a. Oh, I know what you guys talking about. Yeah, there is a lever that slows one down but speeds up the other, so you have to alternate. I think.
What?
I think that's the one.
No,
you're talking
no,
about.
at the end.
At the end.
Oh, at the end when you're
absolute end
escaping?
of the
Oh,
game.
right.
I don't
yeah,
think
that was
there is.
tough.
think you just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
pretty
was
much.
watching a playthrough on YouTube, and even they didn't do it in one shot, and they usually fucking... Those are usually the pros.
Yikes.
Right, yeah. Yeah, the game, so it's not necessarily an easy game. I don't
It's
think
definitely
not.
that, I don't think that the puzzles are really ever that difficult, for me at least.
It wasn't.
But it's just,
Sorry, do you think?
yeah, I was to say, it's not the puzzles that got me messed up. It was the clunky controls, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking controls, bro. I don't understand what is up. Like, it feels like it takes so long for him to start his actions.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would just get
Which is
stuck.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, he would just get stuck. Like, you would press the button, and sometimes it just wouldn't react. I didn't understand. And then, like, there are a lot of parts in this game where if you don't react fast enough, you're definitely dying.
Yep.
Like, every time a Slig sees you, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. If there's no fighting it. If they see you, you're dead.
There's no fighting anything. Everything kills you in one shot, basically.
It's a
Yeah.
nightmare. Like, I hated it. And what's worse is, like, if you played with a controller, because the actions you have would be, like, the buttons you have would be limited for the amount of actions that you can do. So there's a situation where there's overlap, and it kind of fucks with you. Like, I remember being in this one place where, well, actually, the down button itself, like, it has crouch, and if you're near an edge, just go down the ledge assigned to that down button. And I remember being in a position where I had to jump to a platform that is between two wrecking balls, and there was a bat flying on top of it, and I had to just duck down so I could avoid the bat. But because I was still near an edge at that point, it just kind of pushed me down to just hang off the platform and then get knocked the fuck out by the wrecking ball. And it was fucking frustrating.
Well, there is a button that just crouches. You know that, right?
Not on the controller, no. You have to use the keyboard.
No, there was a button on the controller.
No, there's a button on the controller that just
B
crouches.
button, crouch. But
No, I mean, even on the keyboard, when you press crouch, if you're near a ledge, you're hanging off.
No, yeah.
No.
So I think that's what he means. I don't think there's a separate action for those two things.
There is for the crouch button, not for the ledge climbing
No,
down.
yeah, I mean, you can only get off the ledge. You can only hang off the ledge by pressing the crouch button.
Yeah. No, by pressing down. That's the only way you can...
Oh,
the
yeah,
ledge.
yeah. Right.
I don't know. My one of my issues with the controls too were, he has a slide. Abe has a slide to him.
Yeah, if you're
where
running,
he doesn't just stop when you stop pressing. If you're running, he doesn't just stop. He fucking slides a good like a couple feet. Like, I swear to God. And there's parts where you need a running jump. Like, I think there was another situation where you're just trying to get like past like wrecking balls that are going by, and there's like platforms you have to jump in between. But like, I was trying to run and jump between them to make it fast, and I would just like jump on the next platform and instantly just fucking slide right either off or into the wrecking ball.
Yeah,
And,
it
I had to
requires
change the
timing. Like,
controls
it's
so that-
hard to get used to it. But once you do, you get the hang of it.
It's definitely hard. It takes time to get used to,
Yeah.
for sure. Like, I was
Yeah.
playing with the keyboard controls. Oh, man. I couldn't. For, like, the first half of the game, I was just so frustrated. It was until, like, I got past Paramonia Temple that I actually started liking the game, until I got to, like, the boardroom.
To the end, basically.
I was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, but
opposite.
the game does offer like a lot of like things to help with. Like, you can turn off automatic run, so it's just assigned to a button
I had
whenever
to.
you run.
Yeah,
I
I
had
definitely
to.
And
did
there's
that.
also an option so you can make horizontal jumps by just pressing a button instead of running
I had to
jumping.
turn that on too, because
Yeah.
it was awful trying to get the momentum to fucking make a sideways jump.
It really was.
It was awful. I had to turn that fucking button on where it was just like... But then it also kind of fucked me later on where I was trying to just do a straight up jump and you have to tap up instead of pressing jump.
Yeah.
Because it would just fuck with me. And I was like, man, there's a lot... Not only trial and error with trying to figure out what to do, because when you go into a new area you're probably going to die trying to figure out the puzzle. But also, just with the controls being cumbersome, kind of just fucks you over sometimes too. And then you just
Yeah.
have to, like, adapt to it.
I feel like they try to pack in a lot of controls into this, and it was
Well, it's interesting because
maybe
like
too much.
in the original, I felt like the controls were a little bit more strict, but would be more beneficial in this case because like I don't know, it's just like the feeling. So with the remake, it's a little bit more loose. That's hence why you get like this. You had the sliding after the running, which is normal, but it was always like a set distance when he would slide, so you could get accustomed to that as well. But I don't know. It felt like it was a little bit more, like small difference, but a little bit more controllable in the original than it was in the remake.
The sliding after the jumping was what really, or the running was what killed me a lot. Well, like, even if you're trying to stay in cover and you would, like, fucking slide out of cover because you're running. Like, the game, like, would punish you for running, almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was frustrating at some points.
Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely. I mean, there was a lot of points where I was just like, oh, I hate this fucking game. I hate this fucking game. I hate this. I want to kill myself. I hate this fucking game.
I didn't have that problem until the actually escaped and went through the Paramite Temple. Like, that's when I started to get all these frustrations. Like, otherwise I was really, really enjoying this game. Like, I remember playing it when I was down near Noah's place. He got me to play this game, and I actually enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it a lot when I played it again, and I was like enjoying exploring and just finding all these secret places and then saving all those modicons. But when it got to the more precision-based parts of those games, that's when it just kind of started being a pest. Like, I would spend hours just in this one area trying to unlock those secret fucking modicons, and it drove me insane. Like, I literally just there was a part where it's like my brother and my sister was at my place when I was playing this game. Like, I was spending 30 hours in this one area, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting so angry, I need to stop, and I just need to hang out with my brother and sister. So I went there, and my brother made this comment just to tease me a little bit, and I kind of brushed it off, but he felt really bad about making that comment. And he's like, oh no, I was only joking, I didn't mean to be mean, I'm sorry about it. And I was very confused. And then I just kind of left, and then I realized, no, wait, I'm still angry at that fucking game. Like, I just projected my hate all to my brother for that one comment. It was so absolutely aggravating that when I went after that fucking Paramite Temple, because it was ridiculous, some of the fucking controls.
I really didn't like the Paramite Temple.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's absolutely insane.
There was one part where there was rocks falling, and there was two bats hanging out in the places.
Oh, that part pissed me off.
Yo, I had to restart the game because the game didn't give me enough lives. I got stuck on the other side, and every time I tried to jump over, the bats would kill me.
Yeah.
You know, you can kill bats with the battle caps, right?
I didn't know shit.
Didn't tell you anything. Didn't tell you
How was I supposed
The
to know?
bats were never an issue.
And
you can kill
also-
with the
and also-
throwing item that you have
Could you
infinite
even hit them
ammo
with
of.
the rocks falling? I have no idea.
You could. It was a real pain in the ass, though. Even with the fact that you could hit them, that when they like went up to the top and like landed there and waiting for you to jump, they wouldn't come out until you got to their platform.
Yeah.
And then like I got to a point where I had like 1 health. So even then, I would like fucking jump across, and the bat would like instantly, if I wasn't like fucking precise as hell, and hit him with a stupid little coin, there's no he would kill me. And like
Yeah.
I had to redo it like fucking like 20 something times, and this was already the second time I had to fucking do it. I had to do the Paramite Temple twice because
God.
I fucking, if you don't exit all the way back out to the main menu, even with quick saves, it doesn't fucking count as you saving your game, because I shut my Xbox off, and then I booted it back up, and I had to play through half of the first temple, whatever the hell it was, and then I had to play the entire Paramite Temple again.
Oh, you
I
did.
was like,
You did Scarabonia first?
yes, I did.
Oh wow.
You can do them in any order you want. So I
didn't
did. I did that one, and then I had to do the fucking other one again. I did half of one and the entire other one. 2 times. I was so pissed off. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, luckily it was faster because I knew the goddamn shit. But doing that part again, I had to do, and I was like, "Oh, not this! Come on!"
Yeah, I felt like there were parts that I actually liked. I liked all the Elam parts with the running and the jumping.
Yes.
And I
Elam
and
is cool. You get to ride him. He's kind of like a little horse or tiger or whatever.
Like a camel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
type of thing. You get to ride them, and there's some cool parts where you're just almost like set pieces where you just run as fast as you can and do all these crazy jumps over bombs, and guys are shooting at you. Those parts are cool.
I liked all those parts, and I liked the Scarabonia Temple. I think that was my favorite part.
Yeah, Scrabania.
Yeah.
Some of
I
them
love
were,
Scrabania.
like, some of the puzzles, like the parts where you get to and you have to light all the torches and you have to do each room, and each room is its own like contained puzzle.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those.
Yeah.
I actually liked going through each one and figuring out how to do it, and that part of the game was probably my favorite. I agree. Those 2 temples.
Oh, not the first one. But the second one for sure.
I didn't mind either one, but
It's just the ending segment where you have to get out and everything's chasing you.
Yeah, I like that part actually.
Even that I didn't mind.
But I felt like this game ran a little bit too long. Like, by the time I got to the end, I was so done. Like, I didn't, even though I missed, like, you know how in the Zulag part, the Zulag parts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, like, I went through part 1, like, and I exited by mistake, to go to part 2 without getting all the Mudokons I wanted to get. I was just like, I didn't want to go back. I just want to finish this game as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I was just so burnt out by that point.
You have a secondary goal, the collectibles of saving the Mudokons, and it's a funny thing where there's ones that are hidden. Basically, it's weird because we didn't even talk about this, but even more controls. This game has just a fucking ton of controls.
Oh yeah.
You can direct when there's the Mudokons working. You can direct them. You have to all bring them to a portal. And trust me, there's plenty of ways to accidentally kill them. In fact, the first fucking screen of the goddamn game, where you first get to introduce them, you don't even think about it. You see a lever and you're like, I'm going to pull this lever. Boom, one dies. You're like, what the fuck?
I feel like, all right, that one was just kind of teaching you how to play the game. But after the one that fucked me up was that leaving the first area kills 50 of them if you don't get any of the secret ones.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you just basically started this game and the game puts you 50 down. I'm like, man,
it's 300 total. You have to save at least half.
Which you have to save at least half, and if you don't save at least half, there's
you get
two
the bad
different
ending.
endings.
You can still beat the game. You just get a bad ending.
Good ending. Bad
I got the bad ending, so let me just tell you that.
I did too. I was off by like 10.
I was off by 5. If I didn't leave that
only
first
you
area,
saved those ones in the Zulag.
Yeah, I know. I was so mad.
I went online after and just watched what the good ending was.
Me
and
too.
I was like, good.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm glad there wasn't like any extra segments that I didn't get, have to play.
Yeah.
Or like an extra boss fight or anything. I
It's
would have
just
been
dumb
back
because
if
me
there
and
was
you
an
had
extra
the
boss
same
fight.
problem happen, Ills, where you leave the first area. In the game, we had this argument on Discord throughout the week. The game does not really give you enough indication that you.
It has
no
a big sign in the background says if you leave this area now, all the
but the
Mudokons
exit
will die.
itself doesn't say, "Hey, this is the exit. This is this."
I mean,
And
there's
it's
a big
also-
arrow pointing to the
it's
left.
not clear that means you can never come back, or that escape,
too.
or that escape means leave right now, not beat the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought I was going to a secret area, honestly, because you had to crouch to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, there's a secret. I have to crouch to get through here. And all of a sudden a cutscene starts, and I was like, okay, what? I beat the level?
Yeah, but
And I was thinking I went through a secret level exit. Like, I just thought, okay, well, I'd go in through a secret. I must have, because what kind of fucking exit door has you crouch to go through?
and it doesn't.
Why
it
would
doesn't
they have
help.
an exit door if they are keeping slave workers in there?
It doesn't.
There's no fucking clear indication that, one, this is the exit,
also-
and two, that you can't go
It
back.
also doesn't help that the other way, if you actually went the other way, there was like an actual fucking number there. It's like number 1, and it's like the most. This is the end of the level, non-end out there, sort of thing.
Well, you can't really go that way anyway, so.
Yeah, but it looks like that's the exit, and you're like, maybe I'll try the other way, see what's what. Like,
Also, this I will die saying this. This sign that tells you that if you leave, they will all die is not a very noticeable sign because I did not even notice it at all.
I mean, it's big and it's in the background, so.
It's fucking dark and you can barely read it.
well, here's the problem. Well, besides that sign thing, which was I didn't see it the first time I played through, but they also didn't have like that directory nearby so that you couldn't check the map again to make sure there were secrets like around you, and you couldn't tell where the end of the level was actually coming. Like, it's really like, and as soon as you get past that level and you start the next level and you see the big sign saying you lost 49 Mudokons, it's so demoralizing. Like, oh man, god damn, I didn't get any of the secrets, and like, fuck, I feel so bad.
Because the game is supposed to like make you feel bad for letting them die, which is like, but also at the same time, I was like, what the fuck? I'm not restarting this game now. I know I'm not that far into it, but like, fuck you.
All that effort.
But like, and then because I had found a couple extra secrets, and I probably would have got the good ending, but because the game fucking I lost like a temple and a half of progress. I was like, oh fuck this. I didn't even go for the secrets that I already had done. I was just like, I'm just gonna do it. So I was like, and then I got the bad ending. I was like, man, fuck this game.
The thing that I liked is that like they didn't kill a whole bunch of Mudokons like out of your control after that. So at least, after they got that first 50 out of the way, assuming you didn't get any of the secret Mudokons, which is pretty hard to find actually.
Yeah, all the secret Mudokons are real difficult to find.
But especially in that first level, like I was looking through them later on, it's like hatches in the floor you're supposed to somehow know how to fucking know about. I had no idea you could even interact with the floor.
Yeah.
Holy
There's
shit.
no indication that you could.
But the secrets.
Yeah, I was really confused by that. But at least after that, there weren't like big swaths of Mudokons getting killed,
No,
they
did a much better job with that in the second game, whereas like if they can secretly hint there is a secret area in the room you're in or in the area you're in by like there's like little green bottles on the ground somewhere. So if you see green bottles, there's a secret area somewhere near you.
Right.
And that helped a lot in the sequel.
Oh, that would have been helpful.
Yeah, what is the original? I'm surprised actually, because if they added the save states, I'm surprised they didn't add something like that for the secrets.
But they added like a lot more Mudokons in this one, right?
Oh yeah. The original had 99, which I was able to do 100% complete the original. I didn't bother with this one because I read up that it was the exact same thing, so I was like, eh. They just added more Mudokons to all the secret areas. The secret areas they had in the original and the remake are the same ones.
It seems counterproductive. It just seems weird because if they're all the same in the same spots, same secret areas, they just added more. But it's still, you need half on the other game and half in this game. It's like, what?
Yeah, well, you find more Mudokons.
Why bother adding more?
You find more Mudokons on the actual main part of the game, or like going through the factory in Paramonia Script. Well, Paramonia Script, not that much, and when you go back to Zulag, there are a lot more workers to rescue. But in the secrets, there's also more. So if you find the secret, you get more Mudokons out of it. So it's like it's easier in a sense to get a better ending.
Get the good ending, basically.
In the remake, yeah. Because like with the original, again, there's only half. You still have to save half, but there's only 99. So.
Well,
Makes
I guess
sense.
that's a good thing, but I still got the bad ending. So I probably would have got the good ending if I didn't have to reset a chunk of the game. That made me say, fuck finding these secrets again.
Yeah.
But I think it's time.
Is it?
Now. For what the fuck? Recommendations. I almost said suggestions. Give me suggestions. How can we make this game better? But let's give our recommendations. We're gonna start with Noah.
Yeah. Definitely recommend it. I love the series.
I might already know the answer to this.
Yeah. I love the series. I love the game. It's challenging, but it's fun. It's great. I love it.
Right. Saf?
Ah, shit, I wish you didn't do me next. I'm in two minds. I don't know if I want to recommend it or not, because there's a lot to love about this game. Like, there's so much charm to it. I enjoyed all the good stuff a lot, but I hated the controls so much. It made me rage quit. And I didn't know I could do that with a video game before this one. Shit. I would recommend it because it's you guys have beat it, so it's obviously beatable. Like, you could probably get the good ending.
we're gonna beat.
But we're the
everything.
Games Club.
Yeah.
Be real.
Yeah, so it's obviously beatable. So I would say I'd recommend it. I might just beat that game as well, just because there's still some love for it. But, yeah.
That just is the weirdest thing to me. It's beatable, so yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's frustrating.
Dude, we beat
Of
we
all the
beat
games that
Discworld
we've
Noir.
played, this one is the one that you fucking doubt if it's beatable.
What? No, I'm saying
I beat Discworld Noir. Okay, that doesn't mean you should play it.
no. Because there's still a lot to like about this game. That's the thing. It's not because it's beatable. It's because like it's just got a lot of charm. It's a lot of fun.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. It does. Okay, Ills.
Maybe it's like, I mean, if they're a masochist, but probably not. Most people know. I would say no.
Okay.
Like, because it takes a lot of investment. Like if they're into like really, games that measure your dick, basically, just how hardcore you can be, then this is a good game for them.
Okay. I wouldn't recommend it to everybody. I would. I don't even know exactly who I'd recommend it to, but it wouldn't be your everyday person. That's for sure. I would say most people I would not, but I think there would be situations where I'd say Abe's Oddysee is a game worth looking at. I mean, if you're the right kind of person. So I'm gonna say like 75% no, 25% yes, 25% to like the hardcore.
Okay.
We'll never know if
All right.
Will beat the game.
We'll never know. We'll never know about Will until he comes back. So it's time to add new and tasty Oddworld Abe's Oddysee to the list.
List.
Okay, Noah, you picked this game.
Oh boy.
You know the drill.
Alright,
first.
I'm
You
looking.
get first.
Excuse me. I'm looking at around.
Oh wait, hold on.
What?
Follow
If
on
you want to know
pace
about the list, follow the pace
Oh yeah, nice catch.
in the description. Make sure you check that out so you can follow along the list with us. The list is just an ongoing rank of video games, so it's not the best list of video games.
It's our
just
list
the
of video
we
games.
Play
It
on
is
the
the
Game
best.
Club. It's yeah.
No, there you
Right.
go.
So,
Go ahead.
personal preference, I actually prefer the original to some extent over the remake. The remake won me over with all the visuals and the personality, bringing out the personality of the characters, but gameplay-wise, I prefer the original, so I would place the original higher, but for this one, the remake that we're actually putting on the list, I'm gonna put it, I want to put it around 33
33?
area. Yeah.
Damn, son.
Okay.
Somebody else say something.
I disagree with that.
You know what? I was looking at the 60s. I was like, maybe I'll put it below.
Damn.
60s!
Maybe somewhere there. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll put it. Someone else pick on. I don't know. I will go with whatever you guys go with because I haven't beaten the game, so I don't know how extreme it will get. But
It's tough. It's tough. I'm looking in like the 50s.
50s.
I'd say the
me.
50s. This is fair.
Yeah. Exactly where it lands is tough to say for me. I don't know. It's a solid game. I mean, a lot of games on this list are. Obviously.
You know what? I'd put it below. Oh no, above Toomba. I'd say.
Above Toomba. I mean, it's got a lot of things like similar with Toomba, right? I feel like, in a way.
Platformers. Something.
Something.
So the controls sometimes aren't the best.
Sort of platformers.
Cinematic platform.
Oh, there you go. I felt bad like when we were ranking Toomba. I was like, I don't remember this game very much.
You don't remember Toomba very much?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of it.
Go back and play.
I don't think so. I got the gist of it.
You don't go back and play anything.
Well, not those games. Not in the not games in the 50s.
Okay. What about Alundra?
What, below it?
Do you think it's better than Alundra? I mean, the problem is...
Alundra has to be re-ranked.
Yeah, no, it's better than Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I feel like Above Toomba is good. I mean, maybe above...
I don't want to Limbo. I don't want to put it above Limbo, because every time I thought of Limbo while playing this game, I was like, Limbo is better than this
I
game.
would put it above Sin and Punishment at the very least. I want to come up to there.
But that puts it above, like, Mario Tennis Aces.
I mean,
that's going to get re-ranked too. Don't worry about it.
I can't really explain.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was looking at the wrong spot. Oh, God, Mario Tennis Aces is... Oh, hell no. Poor Mario Tennis.
Wait, you want to pull it?
It's they will come.
No. I can't.
You want to pull it down lower now? For the Mario Tennis Aces?
We did that game dirty. We did Mario Tennis Aces
Lots of things happened in the interim.
Alright.
I'd put it above Toomba. I would think that's a safe spot. I'm agreeing with Ilse.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sure. Whatever.
I guess Noah's coughing to death right now.
Okay.
All
right.
right.
So where the fuck is that on the list here? That puts it at number 56 on the list. The right above it, we got number 54. We talked about that game a little bit already. Limbo. Number 55, Until Dawn. A game that Ilse is going to introduce himself to within this year.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll finally have an opinion on that game. Number 56, New and Tasty. Oddworld Abe's Oddysee, or Oddworld Abe's Oddysee, New and Tasty. Whatever you want to call it. Number 57 is Toomba, or Tombi, if you're weird and live in Europe. And number 58, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. There was not a single other Game Club game in that area, so I couldn't even give a plug for another episode.
Damn.
So just go out there and listen to another Game Club episode. Any of them. Mario Tennis Aces. Find out how dirty we did that fucking game somehow.
Find out how dirty we did that game as well.
Yeah. Oh, well. That's like one of the first ones we ever did. It's a PS1 game that Noah picked, who loves the PS1.
You could say anything about Noah, but you know for sure that he loves the PS1.
He loves the PS1 a lot. He's picked like 4 PS1 games for the Game Club.
Fantastic.
So, brilliant. Are we quoting the game now? Is that what we're doing?
No.
Does he say brilliant?
He doesn't say
I think
brilliant.
He does. He says a lot of things. He says a lot of fun things. He also farts.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention it. But
Oh
there's
yeah,
fart jokes.
we forgot to mention that he basically rhymes everything.
Oh yeah.
Like all the narration of the
does,
game
the
is
cutscenes.
rhyming. It's pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
do like that.
It's very
Damn it, we
charming.
should have done the whole
I
episode,
would've
nothing but
killed
rhymes.
Ah well. No, thank you.
Well, now we know how. Now, when we want to get rid of Saf, just
Start rhyming.
full of rhymes.
Just rhyming.
Throw out some sick rhymes.
So that's it for this episode of the Jump Up Supercast Game Club. But before we leave, I just want to say, go ahead and make sure you follow the Game Club, the Jump Up Supercast in particular, on all of your social media platforms, including Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And if there's any other social media platforms we're not on that you want us to be on, go ahead and tell us. Have you played this game? What do you think about this game? Go ahead and tell us in the comments as well. And if you think we did the game dirty, that's my new favorite thing, not doing it something dirty. Did we do the game dirty on the list? Let us know. Or did we rank it too high? I don't know.
Fucking
Tell me
say
what-
something.
Tell me what you fucking feel,
You're opening
bitch.
a can of worms there. Asking that.
Good. Good.
Why? We get no comments right now. We need even bad
Okay,
comments.
all right. Don't. That's.
Just give us all your
Anyway.
shit
Oh, no.
posting.
No.
Do it up. I don't give a fuck. Argue with us. Tell us
Yeah.
how stupid we are. Also share and like and subscribe. And also, if you want to watch us play stupid video games, or good video games, or bad video games, go ahead and subscribe or follow us on twitch.tv/JumpUpSupercast. Playing through Xenoblade
Oh shit!
Chronicles
Did you
right
get
now.
to Carl Plays yet?
Oh boy.
Well, if you want to find out, you gotta go ahead and follow us, and then when I'm live, you can see.
Yeah, Saf.
Mhm.
Jeez.
And spoiler alert, yes, I fucking did, Saf, you stupid son of a bitch. Okay? And you missed it.
I was sleeping.
You should have been watching on twitch.tv/JumpUpSupercast. Make sure to listen to our regular episodes, too, that get posted every single Monday. And then every other Thursday is a new Game Club episode.
Which you know,
And
because you're
next
listening to
week-
this.
Yeah, next week we're actually going to be playing another game. And it is my turn. The game that we're going to...
What game
we're
did you
gonna-
pick, Brandon?
We're gonna do it dirty. No, we're not. I don't know, maybe. I just gotta get to my new catchphrase until I forget, and then it'll never happen again. So there's a game coming out this year. It's getting a sequel, a long-awaited sequel to a cult classic game that a lot of people have been waiting for this for a long time. So I said I've been meaning to play the first game for a while, so I'm finally gonna get around to it. And that game is called Psychonauts.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Psychonauts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Double Fine. We're finally getting the spotlight here on Double Fine. They done some cool stuff. Their first big game was Psychonauts, and it's like I said, it's kind of like a cult classic. I never got around to playing it. I've heard some decent things about it, and now they're finally getting that long-awaited sequel. And I was like, hell, it's coming out. I want to play the
I
first
already
game.
beat
Let's
that
do
game
it.
once. I might as well try playing that again. That should be fun.
Nice. Well,
Well, you won't fail us this time. At least there's that.
refresh
I
your
can't
memory.
wait for you to get to the fucking that one part. That one part. I don't
That
want.
one part.
I'm
I
so
can't talk about
spoiling
it
it,
too-
but I was like, nah, just keep it a surprise.
Yeah. Same. I can't wait. We'll talk about that one part 2 weeks from now on another episode of the Jump Up Supercast Game Club.
So very tempting.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you everybody for listening. Go ahead and comment or do your stuff. And thank you. Have a great day. Play some video games and be nice.